Okay, so RoAv Recap 13. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Last recap, I joked how it had been over 3 months since the last video, and gosh, jolly, look at this. It's been over 7. Sorry, I've been in France, Spain, the Netherlands. Actually, you know what? Let's not get bogged down with who's not being, paying attention to which YouTube channels, shall we? And just crack on. Yeah, maybe. My favourite story this month is that Airshows are coming back. Let's see, we have the European Festival of Flight set for the 20th of January with 11 teams and several air forces scheduled to attend. There's the Roblox Aviation Airshows that say they're planning an event for the winter season, but if they want that to happen, they need to get a move on. And finally, the virtual Roblox Festival of Aerobatic teams, which some of you might remember from my live stream of it last year. Well, VR Fat is back once more, and this time set to take place on November the 26th, with 13 teams set to attend. All the links to these events will be in the description. Go support them the best you can, because airshows are awesome and we need more of them in the community. I'll try my best to be as many of them as possible, and they'll have my full support. Karl, one of the most notable figures in the Roblox display team community, announces that he is leaving it for good and moving on to DCS, hosting one last final event in the form of Jones Beach Airshow. Karl had been a part of a huge plethora of road display teams, including the F4 demo team, Legacy Thunderbirds, Rice and Vortex's Virtual Blue Angels, as well as several A10 demo teams. He was also the head of the Virtual Roblox Air Power Museum, which also featured in a video a while ago. The virtual Roblox Red Arrows, the team I've mentioned in so many of these previous recaps, and was by quite a large margin the largest display team ever on Roblox, has now, after several months of silence, said that it's shutting down following a failed management takeover. This is the team that got me into the community and RoAviation as a whole, and have been with it since it started up over 5 years ago. So yeah, this one kind of sucks for me, but it was awesome fun while it lasted, and I'm super happy that I met the people I did from it. Anyway, now let's stop being so negative and boring and not fun and look at some other news. Elise Tech, fuck knows how to pronounce that, released their long-awaited Paphos Airport. Paphos? Paphos. I've always thought it was Paphos. Paphos Airport! A full-scale replica of the real-world airport of the same name. Neo Warfare X released its long-awaited Falklands map, a huge island with 15 civilian locations, 2 military air bases, 2 aircraft carriers. As well as this, they've also added a stat editor for private servers, meaning that all the game's vehicles can be messed around with in all kinds of weird and wonderful ways. Itty Bitty Airport, that game by Neko that we all thought was dead, receives a Halloween update, adding a small little quest as well as some extra customization items. PTFS is being updated at the same crazy pace as always, considering the tiny development team, adding flares to military aircraft, new seats in all the planes, lots of new ATC towers, several new aircraft, better radars, and even mobile support for pretty much every element of the game. Good time to be a PTFS fan right about now. Project Flight is getting some big island revamps and a constant flow of new liveries pouring into the game. Aeronautica is another game where the devs are really just going all out, adding all of these new planes, bringing the total well over 300, as well as a million other features. The changelogs are getting to the point where my eyes can't even read it. They just kind of glaze over and I wake up 15 minutes later with a hangover. Also, can I just shout out the absolute Chad Aeronautica event hosts, who on top of running about 5 events per day, for some reason have decided to run a full-scale military campaign in which players are slowly developing a story about warring factions and separatists and rebels and all the other kinds of crazy crap with lore, and yeah, it's kind of bonkers. And it's great, and I kind of makes me want to try my hand at something similar soon. Not to give too much away, but Neo fans, watch this space. Anyway, Vaxion releases this awesome futuristic freebie as it goes into hibernation until further notice. So, rip. The virtual Roblox Jaguar display team gets these 2 fancy new jets that I, for one, can't wait to see in action. And finally, a small Slovakian airline called SAIR has gotten a lot of attention within the community as of recent because of their, interesting adverts. I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure how much I can show of these ads, so I'm probably going to have to recolor, move them around, etc. In post so that YouTube doesn't also detect dodgy stuff and ban me forever. This one in particular I definitely cannot show, and you know what, I don't really want to either. It's not great that they're pushing this kind of thing as an ad, but I mean, we're talking about it, it's working. But with all that said, that was Recap 13. Thank you to everyone who told me what's been happening in the news channel of my Discord server. Thank you for watching, and thank Christ it's over. Maybe the next one of these won't be in another 7 months' time, but you know what? That's for you to find out. I'd like to thank this video's sponsor, Aerofest. Aerofest is a yearly event hosted in PTFS that is kicking off in the summer of 2023. It is hosted by the owners of the biggest airshows and going to be featuring some of the best teams in PTFS Roblox, including the F-22 demo team and the PTFS Blue Angels. The event will be hosted for 3 days and will be free to all. Link to this show can be found in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Patron out.